Hi, I'm Lisa Leiter in Chicago Business Today, finishing the Waterview. It's the eyesore on Wacker Drive, the unfinished Waterview Tower that was supposed to be a 90-story condominium hotel, but instead has sat stalled after construction workers walked off the job site 2 years ago. In May, a group of contractors, including the original development team, took over the project and has been looking for buyers ever since. Now, Crain senior reporter Albie Galoon writes that the skyscraper may get a second life as an office tower. He joined me to talk about it. So, Albie, you write this week that local developer Mark Goodman is a leading contender to buy the Waterview project. How close is he to a deal at this point?
Well, it's hard to know. I mean, this process has been going on for about 5 or 6 months, and there have been a number of buyers that have expressed interest in it. Deals are very difficult these days, obviously, given how hard it is to get construction financing, and it's just a lot riskier.
Okay, so you mentioned construction financing, of course, a major issue. Is there any idea whether he has the financing at this point?
You know, a lot of cases, if you're going to do an acquisition, you got to show the seller that you have something real behind you, and he says he's going through that process right now.
Is there any chance that the city might step in here and help out by providing some kind of tax increment financing, given the fact that it's right on the skyline and it's been stalled for 2 years?
Well, clearly it's in the city's interest to get something done there, and City Hall has been, they've been involved in litigation with the prior developer. It's not in a tax increment financing district, so they'd probably have to get creative.
Sure. The plan is to convert this tower into office space. Kind of a surprise given the vacancy rate in the city. Why not do apartments or something else?
Developers, they're thinking the next cycle. They're thinking in terms of the recovery. It's going to take a developer a couple years actually to deliver the space. So the timing is actually not all that bad for an office developer.
What do we know about Mark Goodman? What kind of projects has he done in the past?
Well, he's been on the Chicago scene for a long time. He's never done anything of this scale. He's developed, say, a small office building in Skokie, and his most recent downtown project was an 18-story building. He took an existing 4-story structure and built on top of it. So it's kind of similar to what he's doing here, obviously on a much smaller scale.
The fact that we're even having this conversation right now, what does it say about the state of the real estate market? Are we further along in the recovery now?
There's a lot of distress out there, and we've still got to work through a lot. But, to even have people talking about building new buildings, it's happening in the apartment market right now. There are a lot of developers out there that are shopping for financing. That's a good sign.
Okay, well, Albie, this will be one to watch. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And that's this edition of Chicago Business Today. For more on this story, be sure to check out this week's print edition of Crain's and chicagobusiness.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.